Today on the podcast, I want to talk about the OpenAI's new GPT Store. I mentioned this briefly on a recent episode, but I realized there's so much more to dive into. So I want to do a little bit of a deep dive specifically on the GPT Store. This is really being called like the App Store for AI. And I think this is something that's very exciting. This is definitely moving in the right direction of where I hoped AI would be going in the future at the beginning of the year when I started working on AI Box, my own AI startup that is a no-code AI app builder and marketplace. And so the real exciting thing about this, OpenAI's new GPT Store is essentially it lets you build and monetize your own GPT chatbots. So we're going to be diving into all of that. I did want to really quickly mention a big thank you to everyone that has invested in AI Box on our recent crowdfunding campaign we launched on Republic, republic.com/AI-box. I'll leave a link to it in the show notes if you're interested in investing and becoming an investor. We have over 250,000 dollars invested and over 220 investors. Really excited about that. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the opportunity and the problem that we're really focusing on solving here. I think we really have an opportunity to enable global access and monetization of AI tools. And I think really the problem is that the AI tool landscape needs a complete overhaul. So professionals right now have no way to develop and monetize AI tools due to, of course, time, cost, technical barriers. And meanwhile, companies find it really difficult to discover and access the AI solutions that they need. So currently, there's no unified platform to solve these challenges for both of these people, creators and companies. And so that's really what we're building with AI Box, a place for creators to have an innovative space to create these really powerful AI tools and to monetize them, and then for companies to discover powerful AI use cases in their specific industry. I'm really excited for everything we're building. If you're interested in becoming an investor in this project, you can go to the link in the description, republic.com/AI-box, and you can learn more about what we're building. But without further ado, let's get into the podcast. Welcome to the world's #1 AI podcast, AI Chat. I'm your host, Jaden Schaefer. Make sure that you go to aibox.ai, link in the show notes, to join the waitlist for our new AI platform. We're going to be launching an incredible platform that allows you to build anything you want with workflows in AI. So you're able to chain together ChatGPT and image generators and audio generators to make really powerful apps for your organization, or you can host them on our marketplace and actually generate royalties from them. So make sure to go to aibox.ai and join the waitlist. In addition, if you like the podcast, if you could do me a massive favor and please leave us a review on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast. This helps me be able to get better guests on here as they check the reviews to see how you guys are liking it. So if you could please do that, I would really, really appreciate it. Have you ever wanted to start your own podcast? I record and publish podcasts on a platform called Spotify for Podcasters, and I absolutely love it. Essentially, you can upload from your phone or computer, and it distributes to every platform that plays podcasts. They support video podcasts, and you can make money on the platform with ads or even podcast subscriptions, something that has made my life so much easier as a podcaster. So if you're interested, I highly recommend you give it a try. You can download the Spotify for Podcast app or go to spotify.com/podcasters to get started on your podcast today. In a really big move that I think signals a shift in the AI landscape, OpenAI has unleashed the potential for personalized AI with the launch of GPTs. So this is a toolkit that essentially empowers anyone to create custom conversational AI models. This announcement came during OpenAI's inaugural developer day in San Francisco, where it also teased the GPT Store, which essentially is a marketplace for these new AI creations that could transform the way we interact with machine learning and technologies. I think this is really interesting because this really validates for me the direction I'm going with AI Box and what we're building there. Of course, what OpenAI is doing here is specifically only in the OpenAI ecosystem. This was a prediction I made very early on. A platform like AI Box is going to be needed because, of course, right now, OpenAI is crushing it with a lot of their technology. But with players like Apple, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and even Twitter, of course, jumping into the ring and creating powerful AI models, I really see that there's going to be a need for a solid platform that can host the thousands of specialized AI models and allow you to integrate and build tools working with all of them. Now, if you're just trying to, essentially work with OpenAI tools and just create chatbots instead of kind of fully functional tools, I think what is being built by OpenAI and was announced recently is really, really exciting. So essentially, of course, GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer, but these have, previously kind of been associated with LLMs, But with OpenAI's new iteration, this allows individuals to tailor these AIs without having to know any code. So this is all no code, which is cool. And I think the possibilities are really endless with, the kind of the chatbots that you can build now. So you could have, culinary enthusiasts creating a GPT to navigate their recipe indexes, or fantasy readers designing one to kind of keep track of complex character arcs. Like, there's so many interesting ideas that you can do here. Essentially, the concept is you upload a bunch of data on something specific, and then you have a chatbot that can talk about that. So OpenAI's founder and CEO, Sam Altman, kind of articulated the company's vision of democratizing AI creativity, saying, quote, "We believe if you give people the tools, they will do amazing things." And so he kind of talked about this new framework and how it promises to break down technical barriers, enabling users to, program their own GPT through conversation alone. So Altman's onstage demonstration, I think, really kind of showcased the simplicity of creating a GPT. So a few descriptions, you can upload a lecture or a bunch of, different documents or articles you've written. And then all of a sudden, you're able to create, like a startup advisory bot. That's an example that he created on stage for everyone. He uploaded like a bunch of essays that he'd written and speeches and stuff, and then gave it a prompt about, act like a startup's advisory bot based off of all this data. And then all of a sudden, you're able to chat with this thing. And I think, the ease of actually creating this was really impressive. And I think this is going to spark a new wave of innovation. So the GPT Store is anticipated to be very groundbreaking, as, of course, GPTs themselves are really groundbreaking. And I think this is going to be setting the stage for creators to share and monetize their AI models. So kind of following in the footsteps of Apple's App Store, OpenAI plans to feature GPTs from verified builders. They're going to promote, standout creation. So like if there's really interesting ones, they're going to promote them and have highlighted and featured sections. Really, they're trying to copy the App Store. And I think they're also going to implement a revenue sharing model that is going to reward the most popular and useful GPTs. Now, that being said, I don't know what that exactly entails, if everyone's going to be able to make money, because it really seems that they're just saying like the most popular or useful ones are going to be receiving money. So that I think could be a bit of a bummer or barrier. But in any case, I think, doing this kind of revenue share is quite exciting. So while details on the vetting process of these builders and also the exact revenue share is still under wraps, they haven't released that. I think the idea is pretty clear. OpenAI envisions a community-driven AI ecosystem where developers can profit from their contributions. So I think this strategy could see OpenAI becoming a very formidable player in the platform space, independent from tech giants like Apple and Microsoft, with the potential for kind of friction, over App Store policies and revenue cuts. OpenAI's trajectory, I think, could lead to really a solid industry shakeup and a reevaluation of partnerships, particularly from Microsoft as it rolls out its Copilot models, right? Right now, Microsoft is rolling out AI into a ton of different things, which I think, perhaps OpenAI could be concerned it would cannibalize itself or some of the usage of ChatGPT, because it's just going to be built into so many Microsoft products. So they might be wanting to expand out and build something more like an app store here. So I think as OpenAI continues to shape GPT Store's policies and structures, the tech community is extremely excited. You can find it on X. Everyone is tweeting about it and talking about everything going on there. I think this new initiative by OpenAI is more than just kind of a marketplace launch. It's kind of a new chapter in AI where accessibility and innovation are the driving forces, and OpenAI's platform could become the new standard for AI development and distribution. This is definitely an area we'll be following closely, with a lot of very exciting things yet to be announced in this space. Thank you for listening to the AI Chat Podcast. If you enjoyed the podcast, I'd appreciate it if you rate me wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you're looking for an innovative group of AI enthusiasts, make sure you check out our Discord channel and also our Facebook community. It's obviously a lot more interactive than a podcast, where we can actually share software tools, prompts that we're using in everyday AI. I'll leave a link for those in the description below.